Welcome to Mediocre Gaming, and today we're playing God of War Ragnarok. Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I'm Zarel. Let's get to it. Alright, so today we are continuing our journey in Ironwood. But before we get to that, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, and ring that bell to be notified of all future episodes as soon as they go live. So let's get into it. So we were at Sindri's place in the realm between realms, basically some part of the world tree, and we fell asleep.
There are some roots up this way.
We had a mantra, a desire to try and figure out what Ironwood is,
Do you have any animals
and then we woke
that
up
maybe
and we were here.
go faster? No offense, y'all.
Turns out we're not the only
Can't carry both of us.
giant,
This is much
but possibly the only other giant. We're here with Angraboda,
I got this one.
and we're helping her
Just take
gather items. We've been helping her gather food, and now we're gathering painting materials, I believe. So if it's not one thing or it's another, and she's going to be
You won't need that. The root snap.
helping us out. She's like, "Oh, you don't need that knife. Just give it a twist."
Like that?
Exactly. We're coming. We're coming.
Yeah, like it was already dying. Anyone that's had to try and pull up tree roots knows that they're pernicious and difficult
He really doesn't like
to get rid of.
She
So
does.
that was
It's just a part
quite
of
easy.
me. The only other person she spent time with is
Charge on the ring.
Uh-oh. Man, these guys attacking from behind, attacking when you're not expecting it. They have no honor. So we found out that Loki or Atreus has inherited Spartan rage, just like Kratos. The difference being that instead of being a pumped up beefcake, he is turns into a wolf. So slightly different. And Angraboda is our Atreus in this part of their journey. She's assisting.
Feels
She
weird.
attacks,
Like I'm not in control.
and she leaves a big mess in her wake. No wonder why we need to get more painting supplies. She's got a whole bunch of paint just on the ground. It's like that chalk paint, like a powdered paint. So now we have to make our way back up. But since we're down here, why don't we grab another tree root while we're at it? Because why not?
Oh, yeah.
So,
Guess it isn't a total loss.
she's not very forthcoming about how I can change fate. Oh, that's a heavy drogger. Oh, and then another one hit from the side at the same time. There we go. I don't think that's going to be enough to take him out. It was close, though. It was actually close, so that's good. Oh, a triple attack. Wasn't expecting it. They never expect the triple attack. There we go.
Okay, maybe I don't pull up roots for a little bit.
It wasn't you. Hey, looks like we opened up a path over there.
On the plus side,
Before more of them show up.
the attack opened up a way forward. So, no way forward until the attack, and now there is.
You're okay. But what
Farumph.
do you feel when you change?
Just anger.
Part of you unleash the wolf with that anger. Maybe you just need to find the part that will guide it.
How?
You can fight the
So
bosses
anger
emotionally
starts the
or not just
transformation, but in
rage.
order to
Turns
maintain
out
control,
another might help you
need
stay away.
another emotion, or that's what she's saying. A little
You
bit of a
enjoy this,
seesaw there.
don't you?
Maybe.
All right, so we're back.
Yeah.
Let's
Let's
drop
dump
off the
these roots in
roots.
the bucket up on the left.
And there's one more thing to do.
I've got one last thing to show you.
Yeah, look at these guys, like some kind of petting zoo. Just another of her furry friends.
You okay?
Yeah, just
Yeah, just drop them in the
should
bucket.
head back toward the water.
Just anywhere.
This way.
Is it alright if we stick around longer? Might wanna, you know.
Might want to, repair some
Yes.
stuff.
Are there any animals you can turn into?
Not yet. But for you, that might be a god thing and not a giant thing.
Uh,
Thanks for rubbing it in, though.
Sorry.
Joking.
so giants aren't considered gods,
Through the tunnel on
and
the right.
him transforming may not be a giant power, but maybe a link to being a god or part god.
I really like that spell.
It hides this place perfectly.
Who wouldn't like
That's
that
why I
spell?
didn't sense any other giants when Father and I visited.
It's like throw some powder down on a mess and it's like psh, clean it up. This is broken. Repair it.
So,
Another one of those giant oysters with what looks like a pearl.
inside your knife. Did you not know that?
Whether it is or not
Whose soul?
is
You know?
besides the
You should
point.
keep it where it is until you figure that out.
How did... I don't just go around stealing people's souls.
Just laid some heavy fact on him. There's a soul in your dagger.
Y'all usually takes a while to get around.
What you doing?
That's something.
Here's my line. I try to see how many bounces I can get. You wanna try?
All right, skipping stones.
Looks easy enough.
Looks easy enough.
Nice one. You're getting the hang of this.
Need some flat rocks to do that.
Alright. Watch this.
Bring the wolf, Loki. But
Yeah, watch this one. She just knocked him out in one hit. She's been holding out on me. Alright. So once again, we got a whole bunch of guys here, it looks like. Unleash the wolf. In battle, you don't necessarily need... I mean, you need some control, obviously, but... That's not the main concern. It's getting rid of the threat without threatening other people. Alright, we got one guy with 2 hatchets and one guy that's ranged. And possibly more. Now when you ask her to... When you hit the square button, you ask her to assist. You can hit the powder with your ranged attacks and it'll explode it. So it's worth noting. Just like you have a heavy attack, which has a little bit more, and then of course you can power it up, and you can power it up your regular attack. Same thing with her, although I think it's more of a ability, because it seems like it has a pretty long cooldown. Let's get these guys that are hanging out on the cliff. Oop, there we go.
That didn't count, by the way. My last throw.
oh, it counts.
A Draugr
That
can
didn't
never be
count.
routed.
That Draugr got in the way. Yeah, look at all the
Try again later.
paint that's on the ground. Is that a Fimbulwinter thing? All these Draugrs popping up? Or are there normally that many enemies in a sanctuary? Alright, let's continue on. Should be getting somewhat
Where are we going
close.
now?
I have something for you.
Possibly,
Gift, I
maybe.
guess?
Should I be scared?
No.
There's definitely a chest up there. I could see
I
it.
don't have anything for you.
Maybe if we go over here. Alright, doesn't look like I can get any higher. There's some vases we can hit if we want. Ah, there we go. Slingshot over and open it up. Well, we've gotten some interesting or decent looking upgrades and materials, not to mention runic attacks, etc., while we've been here. So in terms of progression, this has been
Something?
Of
a
course.
major milestone,
Are we
if not
in the
for
Giant's life?
experience.
It's complicated.
I want to know.
I don't think we get a whole lot of experience, but
Well, what
I
about
think
prophecy?
the progression is pretty good.
What do you think I should do?
Doesn't matter. There's no change in
Continuing on
You can try
with
whatever you
the
want to
prophecy
avoid it.
denial,
It'll happen anyway.
You're telling me
Atreus
no
wants
good will
to
ever
avoid the prophecy.
Ever?
Agrabota says there is no avoiding it.
Sure, maybe
You can
some
struggle
details
against it,
change, but
but you
the
should
end
just
result remains
accept
the
it.
same. It's better to walk your path than to struggle against it.
I do enjoy the visuals, just like a very, not just
What's that?
stuff, but also
We'll have to
like
leave
a
it for a bit.
breathing, living world
We're heading up.
that you're exploring. And they do a pretty good job of that.
Farah,
Well, this is almost a giant-sized
So,
elevator. What do you need this for?
Doesn't seem like something you're excited about.
just means we're coming up to the end.
What does that mean?
You'll understand once we get there.
You'll understand. So Angrboda, as soon as we got here, she was like, this is what I've been waiting for my whole life, however long that's been. And
Now,
it seems like we're getting to that point of what are you talking about? Ah, speaking of experience. Alright, so we've got these guys. They're very swarmer-like, but they're bigger. At least they don't explode like the other ones do. At least not yet. Yeah, and they give experience like the other ones do too. Stingy. Alright, another boulder that needs to be moved out of the way. Let's go ahead and get that moved. Yeah, it doesn't look that big until you start crawling underneath it. And more enemies. Draugr this time. Coming from every angle. Got some behind us now. Some with shields. So they can obviously repel ranged attacks and light attacks. Nice. And now nightmares. Oop. Wait a little bit too long to dodge that.
a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Alright, I think there is only one left now. Hopefully. You know, in a lot of these encounters, I always forget to fully utilize everything in my tool belt, as it were. I had a runic attack that I could have used.
We're coming up on the Valley of the Fallen.
What?
Could have used a heavy attack to break his
Fear of Asgard.
shield block.
There. Dr. Karloff corpses to confuse Odin, should he ever find a way into Jotunheim.
Where'd they hide?
We'll see.
Alright. Ironwood is actually a pretty sprawling place. Been through 3 or 4 regions already. Alright, continuing on.
I got it.
She said, I don't need your help. Very mushroom looking rock. And something you probably wouldn't have known was there
Oh,
if you didn't already know.
Wait. You've seen these before?
Alright, so what have you...
I found a few in Midgard,
Where?
inside your mother's mural.
Oh, but that's
Ah,
no more out there.
What are they?
Just look.
some marbles. So she's got a bag of marbles.
Yahtzee.
It's been awfully rough with him.
Brother?
Like he had his own, he put it carefully back, and then he's just like,
Be careful.
yeah, there we go. Hey, careful.
Ara. Giants. These belong to the giants?
These are the giants.
Ah, that makes a lot more sense now.
They had a choice. They could stay in Jotunheim.
So the prophecy all
Odin
talked
could
about
find a way in to save
basically every one that we've seen thus far, and well, in both games,
I thought
talked about how there's going to be an army of Aesir, and then the army from
and before he died,
Jotunheim, the army of giants.
he passed them on to me.
But when we went there previously, there were no giants,
It's been years.
so we had no idea what happened to him. And we said the same thing to Tyr. He said, what happened to him? We said, we don't know. And now we know.
No responsibility.
Nothing like dropping some harsh reality
Are you sure?
on you right after you thought that was just a bag of marbles.
So, you're supposed to know what to do with them when the time comes.
And when's that?
And then say, you'll know what to do when the time is right.
Step back.
But you've got no clue right now.
A lot of responsibility.
It is. It's all yours.
Hey, you okay?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm done. I guess.
And now she's just like
Now that
brushing him
I've
off.
given you those, my part in
Like,
all
well,
this is over.
I did my part. Now it's
You could
up
always
to
come with
you.
me. We could fight Odin
I'll
together.
show you the door.
Fight alongside you, I wouldn't disappear from your damn arrow halfway through.
And we find out why.
I understand. Well,
And Grabota disappears halfway through
wrap up the set. Don't you think?
Atreus' story. So, well, at least in the prophecy.
Keep walking.
And we all know how slippery prophecy can be. Even just looking at
I was peeking around.
prophecy in terms
The
of,
other time I was in Jotunheim,
the ghost of Sparta and
there with my father.
You know the giant's fingers?
everything
Swear my
that
mom said she was there
Kratos has had to go through.
ages ago. Hey, just because of some dumb mural, your story doesn't
He
have to be
was
over.
fighting prophecy before Atreus was even a glint,
It's just, it's over as far as the giants are concerned.
which is why he doesn't want Atreus to have to go through the same thing. He feels like it would be, you know,
Wait,
carrying on the
So
legacy.
what?
help me with this. We should get back to Yala. Something feels off.
Uh-oh, something's off. Need to run back and see what happened. Now she must go a different route when it's just her, because it doesn't seem like she can carry the rock by herself.
Is she okay?
And Atreus definitely cannot.
Oh,
Loki, what's happening?
it's okay. I can handle
He
it.
better
Don't stress
get
out,
some of
go.
those green bulbs himself.
Get off bar.
I forget what these guys are called, but they're definitely looking like werewolves. And quite strong, too. Gonna need to parry in order to do any real damage, it feels like, or maybe some... There we go, look at that. Barely moving his health bar or his stun bar. Now I did switch bows, so I do more damage and less stun. Ooh, there we go. After I got hit twice. There we go. Yeah, that was a decent amount of...
Hello?
It was a little mini boss, really.
Hello, okay?
Yeah, she was fine. Sorry about that.
Yeah, she was fine. Sorry I left you trapped in a arena with
Marbles.
a homicidal
All
werewolf.
that remains of the giants?
Not all of them. Some are just
So,
missing.
these marbles.
Where could they be?
Nowhere in the Nine Realms, as far as I know.
Jotunheim fruit, a key item, so it's not craftable, so I'll need it for something else. Alright, I think that's the way we came in. Yeah, there we go. So back to the elevator. Where did she go?
Farah,
Like it only seemed like there was one
where
path.
we're headed. We should. Something on your mind?
Nobody believed this place was real.
Nobody believed the place was real. Well, of course not.
You can't tell anyone about it.
And you can't tell anyone.
The biggest thing keeping this place safe is that Odin's not looking for it. My wards can keep the wildlife at bay, but if Asgard ever came looking...
I get it. I'm sorry.
And of course, a reason to keep
Tell
it
anyone.
hidden. If Odin was starting to look for it, he would find it. But it's interesting that he didn't know that it existed. So wouldn't this be like the 10th realm?
Whoa! Hi.
A desert fox?
Bye.
We'll go up here. Ah, and good reason.
This green bulb too?
Got another Jotunheim fruit, and then
But maybe
got to see that
he's fast. He'll share.
bucket. Easily see the bucket. There we go, and got some hack silver too. Unique resource, shattered runes,
Watch the sinkhole coming up. Lots of creatures in it.
lots of creatures in the sinkhole.
Down there.
Yeah, you can see it.
We should run them out.
Can't see how far down it goes.
If that's what you want to do.
Sure. Why not?
Sure, why not?
Mina.
She went from super excited to be here and to be around Idris sinkhole.
Perfect. Hey. Hey,
Killed a flower?
You killed a flower.
It's the gift.
Thanks, but you keep it. Anyway, we're looking for wretch nests.
Epic fail, Atreus. Epic fail.
Keep an eye out.
Might as well have said, hey, I found this arrow. It's a gift for you. Alright. Ah, bucket of hack silver. Who's hanging up all these buckets? That's what I want to know.
It's so dark down here.
Let me fix that.
Alright, so
A nest of 'em.
it's dark,
They're down here.
Yappa!
but there's torches that she can light. And there's these wretches, I like to call swarmers. Swarmers or exploders, depending.
I got this one. If we can light more torches, we'll be able to see, clear them out, and grab what I need from them.
Luckily, you don't have to be pointing right at the torches. Once you get close enough, you can just say, hey, light it up.
Hard not to get lost in here, right?
So this is a very maze-like cavern, and oop, these guys that you think are not alive are.
See any more torches? I'll light them so we can keep moving. I swear, this place didn't used to be so.
There's a little bit of natural light here, but not a lot. The angle on some of these
These nests aren't just bad. They can be up
makes me wonder. Alright, so there's got to be a hive around here somewhere,
Got another one.
or a monster generator. Alright, it's got to be back the way I came. I don't see it. I can't open it with monsters around. Ah, there we go. Can't quite knock it out, the monster generator, with one set of attacks. Ah, that's nice. The monsters disappear once you get rid of the generator. There's a bucket hanging, which of course means you always have to keep your eyes open, not just looking left and right, but up and down, so you don't miss anything. Maybe it's nothing, but maybe it would just give you
What if you came
a
with
little bit of an edge. It'll put you over the top
the other
in
room?
your next fight.
Anywhere.
I don't think that's a great idea. My animals need me, but it's sweet of you to offer.
Atreus trying to bond with the other giant. His mom raised him right. I guess that's another way that you know if you've been in a certain place or not. Yeah, that looks like an arena. Oh, actually, I think we've been down there, been there already. So maybe it's just a shortcut.
I think there's another one nearby.
Oh, yeah, I haven't been this way. Well, at least you don't have to look around in the total darkness of the cave with only your flashlight that Sindri gave you.
Nicely done.
Alright, there was a wall there, so probably need to go around. Yep. Looks like that's where he came from. Yep, right there. Let's get these guys taken care of. Get that health gem. And I think that's it. That's probably it for the area. And that table is sturdy. Yeah, that was the little hole that I used to hit the wall. Oh, there's another one. Ah, this one does not take us back to where we've been, but to a chest. Definitely take that, and you see another chest in the background there. That might have been the one that I skipped over near the beginning. No way to get across. It's just a chasm, it looks like. Something to taunt you. Ooh, and there's a heavy waiting for me as I get up. Probably better to roll past him. But I don't have much of a chance. Yeah, I almost wanted to just stay down and let her take care of it. But I kind of have a feeling that unless I'm up here actively engaged, that she's just going to hang back. So let's see if we can stun this guy. There we go. He's low enough that it should take him out.
Favorite color?
I'm supposed to pick one?
You know, in the beginning it's all finishers or finishers. And then as you go along, it's like, oh, it's not a finisher, it's a stun grab.
How could I forget about
Where you grab them and you do major damage, and then it's like, oh,
You should visit Midgard.
you didn't take him out. I like to call it a finisher because it's
That old water.
you have to actively pursue the stun status gauge. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want to be damaged when I'm opening up the or any chest
How you doing, Jen?
on one hand. There we go, there's some light. So obviously we've come to another nest. Is this the last one? I feel like it might be. We're awfully far from the nest for it to be attacking.
Got another one. We can see again.
Oh, there's a chest. And the guy playing possum. Right there. And the swarmers. So now we got to deal with swarmers and Draugr. Yeah. Get a little perturbed about these guys attacking from behind. Oh, and the nest is too far up, so all I can do is attack these guys and then use my bow to shoot these guys. The hive, or generator. There we go. And then they disappear. Luckily, before he had a chance to attack. A little bit better. Let's head back. Alright. Let's get back. Oh, now it's not even just nightmares and swarmers and Draugr, it's also these tassel worms. Oof, that was like no experience. 4? That's basically 0. Especially when your upgrades are like 500. Ooh, never had to fight one of these guys as Atreus. It's basically all unblockable attacks. Oh, that's new. Ground slam. So the first few that I came across as Kratos, he had all unblockable attacks, except when he generated a whole bunch of swarmers. And then now he has got a shield bash. attack, or blue circle. Yeah. And it's an area attack, so you have to take them down with a shield bash. But it does do, if you do actually get them with it, it does a lot of stun damage. Oh, I was a little bit too slow. Now I'm just gonna end up taking the guy out. It's close. Oh, oh, I should have dodged. Oh man. You take out the swarmers real quick, and then you do as much damage as quickly as possible. What did I get?
Yeah.
Some crafting components and hack silver? Oh no, there we go. Sharpshooter stare. So, runic attack, I think. Alright, let's head home.
You know, I thought learning my destiny would change something. But I'm still just me. Is it like that for you?
Learning your destiny doesn't change you, it just changes your outlook.
Coming to terms with it.
And you've come to terms
Coming
with
to
it?
terms with it. Yeah. Even if you don't want to come to terms with it. Oops.
Back the way we came?
Nah, head around the sinkhole. It'll be quicker.
I think I might have missed a bucket coming out of the cave. We'll have to see later. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to check us out on social media, and thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And we'll see you next time.
Some. In dreams.
Hey, yeah. I dreamt of Thor a while ago.
Thor.
Came true, too. He showed up at my house.
He did? Sounds kind of like a nightmare.
Yeah, kinda. What are those?
Fireflies?
Are they dangerous?
That's adorable.
Kinda nice.
Yeah. Perfect timing.
For what? Oh, wow.
I know things have been weird in a lot of ways, but I'm glad you came here.
Me too. So now that I know how to get back here, I could come back anytime I wanted, right?
When?
I don't know. After things calm down.
As in, after Ragnarok?
Yeah.
Sure. I don't think I'll be busy then. Come on, girl. You can make it.
What's up here?
A shortcut.
Good girl. You can do it, Yala. I believe in you.
Let's give Yala a break.
I meant what I said before. You know? About your paintings. They're really good.
Are you trying to cheer me up?
Yeah. Is it working?
Ask me again and...
About damn time.
What the?
Shut up. Too late to whine now.
Now.
Who was that?